My homie M Phases, he's a Cubase user and he has been starting in Ableton. He asked me, how do I organize my Ableton collections? So those of you who don't know, these are your collections right here. I organize them by different types of plugins. You get 7 different collections by default in Ableton, and they all have a different color, and you can right-click them and click rename. So I have one section for audio processing plugins, just effects plugins that I use to process audio. I got one for vocals, just vocal processing plugins. I got one for hardware inserts, so like my external synths, I use external audio effects and basically attach it to synths via MIDI or whatever. So I have, you know, the ARP Odyssey Model D, Nord Drum, Peak, pedal board, reamp, Sub 37. Those are some hardware that I use, and I use a plugin to interface with it. I use the yellow for hardware and then UAD plugins that I own. So different UAD plugins that I have licenses for. Synths and instruments is another one. I have another one for MIDI effects and MIDI processing, another one for guitar, and another one for drum synths or drum processing plugins. So that's how I organize my collection. In Ableton, in order to assign a plugin to a collection, all you have to do is right-click it and then click what collection you want to assign it to. Another thing I like about Ableton collections is when you're searching for a plugin, say I'm looking for Soothe, I can already see which one I use because it's already added to a collection. Like this one I added to 2 collections, audio processing and vocals, because I use Soothe 2 on both of those. So if you're going down the list and there's a lot of stuff, you can easily see what group that plugin is assigned to. So that's how I use collections in Ableton.